Don't use your garbage can? Okay.
You can see where this is going. A long time ago, back in high school, I was a bit of a smart aleck. One morning, I was walking to school, drinking from a juice box. As I finished, I realized I was walking through a nice residential neighborhood and there were no public trash bins around. However, it must have been this neighborhood's pickup day, as everyone had wheeled their bins out to the sidewalk in front of their house. I'll just put my juice box in the nearest bin, I thought. But it was not to be. As soon as I opened the nearest lid, I heard a pounding on the main window of the immaculately maintained house in front of me. I looked up, and a very pissed middle-aged man was shouting through the window at me, gesticulating wildly. His flailing and bearded face read spectacularly clear through the window. It was his garbage bin, not mine, and I had no right to use it.
I looked at him, trying not to chuckle. You don't want me to use your beautiful bin for my own refuse? Pardon me. I pantomimed, and staring at him with a huge grin breaking through a mock penitential visage, I pitched the juice box onto his precious, flawless lawn. As his eyes widened to the size of saucers, I hightailed it out of the neighborhood, laughing all the way. Edit: I need to clarify a few things since some people have different garbage rules than I do. Firstly, this was the early 90s. There wasn't any recycling other than paper in town, and the very clean on the outside juice box was lined with a non-recyclable material anyway.
Secondly, the garbage had not been picked up yet, there was plenty of room in the can, and all garbage was collected mechanically by big trucks. And it was a cool spring morning. No danger of any fouling up of a garbage can, etc. Also, the garbage company owned the cans. Thirdly, I was a teenager. Some of you have called me an a-hole and lazy for not wanting to carry an empty juice box to the nearest trash can, which was over a mile away. To that I say, you obviously have no idea what teenagers in the 90s were like. Of course I was lazy, and of course I was an a-hole. I might still be both of those things, but if you're calling me names now for something I did 30 years ago, that says more about you than it does me.
I would rather people throw their trash into my garbage as often as they want, after it's already on the curb and mine is in, of course, than have them litter anywhere along my neighborhood. To be fair, though, my taxes pay for the pickup, so I pay regardless of how much trash I have. I know some areas you have to pay for the service out of pocket. I have lived in cities. I have lived in suburbs. I have no idea why suburban folks get so worked up about this. I'd rather someone use my garbage can than litter.
You didn't give a hoot.
Legit question: if the bin is already out on the curb, why is it some people don't want others to throw rubbish in their trash cans? I'm from the UK, if that makes any difference. What? I have no problem with people tossing a little in the bin that's already out. It's not like you were overfilling the bin and causing him to receive a notice or fine of some sort.
Or you could not litter?
Sounds like you were a menace while drinking your juice in the hood, based on the description of the homeowner. However, I am going to assume that this was not in South Central. As long as there's enough space to put my trash in, I could not possibly care less if anyone puts trash in my can.
DLDR, punk kid doesn't respect neighbors.
My city requires all trash in bins to be bagged. This is a frustrating thing that happens sometimes here.
I would do the same thing today at 57. Great reaction.
Our trash collection agency, everything has to be in a trash bag. So a juice box would cause the trash collector to leave trash can not emptied. Yes, that finicky, but our only trash options. So throwing an empty juice box in my trash bin would cause problems. Throwing the box on the lawn was juvenile behavior. Also think things through. You don't know why someone is telling you not to throw trash in their container. Op. This does not reflect well on you. Now personally, I don't have a problem with somebody adding a juice box to my trash if the trash has not already been picked up. But once the trash has been picked up, you're responsible for your own trash. Don't dump it into someone's empty bin. And don't, under any circumstances, throw your trash onto someone's lawn. That entitled homeowner doesn't want me putting my trash in the garbage can he paid for so it can be picked up by the trash service he also pays for. I'll show him who's more entitled. I'll just throw the trash on his lawn. Quote, "You're a trashy person, Op. If your trash is at the road, it's public property. Get off my lawn! Exclamation mark. Lol. Man, this made me laugh. I have an issue with my neighbors using my trash bins. Yes, it bothers me only because they overfill my bins and one has been destroyed so I can't put my trash in there. They'll also leave bigger trash up against my garage so I get the ticket for it. But if they are just throwing away a juice box or something small, please use the bin. Or, hear me out, you could have just held onto your juice box until you passed a public garbage can or got home. Throwing your garbage onto his lawn wasn't malicious compliance, it was just you being a twat. I guess if you peak in high school, it is fun to relive the glory days. BC, I'm just pulling your leg, but it doesn't read that way, lol. Some communities have restrictions. The community that I used to live in was like that. Any barrels with smaller than kitchen-sized bags, 13 gallons, or loose trash, or lids not fully closed or left uncollected. My current community had such a rule until it was removed a few years ago. My community didn't issue fines, but the community just a mile away from where I live do. So you can imagine why the homeowner would be annoyed if someone came along and put loose trash or a small bag such as a doggy poo bag. He is paying to have that trash collected. Once the bin is on the curb, it's the city's trash. That's why dumpster diving isn't illegal.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.